What is going on, guys? Quality XA here today, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Destiny 2 video. So today we're going to be rounding up all of the news from this and the past week. There's quite a load of stuff to actually cover, so excuse the video if it is pretty long, but it's definitely worth tuning into. We're going to be going over the quarterly call for Activision, as well as Osiris actually possibly returning. So let's get right into this. So, Activision once again confirmed Expansion 2 in May. Major new expansion for the game later this year. Now, we know what that expansion is going to be. It's going to be the big one, which is the Taken King size. So, it's pretty much a brand new game, almost. I believe it came out in September. I might be wrong about that. But really cannot wait for that update. And yeah, Expansion 2 is, I'm hoping, going to be phenomenal. They've obviously pushed it back. But again, Activision confirming the major expansion for later this year. Really hyped for that. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section below if you guys are also really hyped for that. They also had this to say as well. So the Activision CEO says that after a few months of launch, Destiny 2 player engagement did in fact decline. They want to address the feedback to bring players back. Activision also said multiple times that they have heard player feedback and Bungie is working to address feedback for Destiny 2. Now, very interesting indeed. Obviously, they've been working on a load of updates recently on trying to fix Destiny, I want to say. So hopefully they can keep up with what they're doing because they are working hard and have seen some really cool improvements from them recently. Next up, we have some information on more of the earning side of Destiny 2. So, Destiny 2 was the second highest grossing console game in the NA in 2017. Added critically acclaimed PC version with distribution on Blizzard's Battle.net, the attach rate on Destiny 2's first expansion was higher than Destiny 1's, and the roadmap to address player feedback. So very cool indeed, and they do actually say here that the first expansion, so Curse of Osiris, was higher than the first expansion in Destiny 1. Very interesting indeed, but obviously the population grows every single day, so you kind of expect that, and obviously people were hyped for the first DLC as well as Destiny 2 when it did originally come out, so very awesome indeed. Hopefully they can keep that up, because obviously the more that they earn, the more they can give back to us. That's the way that I look at it anyways. We also got this as well. So player investment in virtual goods and services surpassed DLC in 2017 for Call of Duty and Destiny. So the player investment, what this means is the microtransactions, so what they earned off of TES Eververse, as well as some of the stuff in Call of Duty such as the supply drops, they actually earned more than the DLCs in 2017 for Call of Duty and Destiny, which is absolutely insane, because the DLCs, you would have expected them, they're higher priced, more people will get them if they enjoy the game, so it looks like people are more invested in microtransactions these days, which is absolutely insane indeed, and I really cannot believe that. It's an unbelievable figure when you actually look at it, because I'm obviously more of a DLC person than a microtransaction person, but hey ho, I may be wrong about that. Let me know your thoughts if you guys prefer microtransactions in these games, or do you prefer the DLC? Now moving on to talk about the raid. Now as you guys know, Destiny and Bungie did actually talk about a brand new feature what they're going to implement, in which you can actually have set classes to take on the prestige mode raid with certain weapons that you actually have to use, as well as get certain modifiers. Now Cosmo actually confirmed with this that it was actually supposed to take place of the prestige mode raid. He said the loadout mode will take place of the prestige mode, and this is sort of half and half. I'm a big fan of the prestige mode. I really like this loadout mode as well, but I don't want it to replace it. I really think the best way of doing this would be to have them 3 times, so you can have the normal, the prestige, as well as the loadout system. So Crusader obviously agrees as well. He said, no, I love this idea, but I think that it shouldn't go completely replace prestige. Make it go normal, the current normal, hard, the current prestige, and prestige, 1 raid per week, the loadout system. This prevents the removal of content, but rather adds more to it for the die-hard player. Now, again, completely agree. It just adds more opportunity for us to play the game, enjoy the game. And what happens if you guys don't want to partake in this loadout system? then you just have to play the normal, which is kind of unfortunate. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what Bungie actually changes and agrees on doing. But again, I really hope that they do keep all 3 of these modes, well, keep 2 and add this brand new loadout system as well. Very interesting indeed. We did also get this tweet from Joe Blackburn, and he said, feedback on the Prestige/loadout availability is heard loud and clear. Lots of tricky water to navigate, and the team is still iterating on this system. So while you don't get any concrete commitments, know your voice is being represented. Really good indeed that they are actually listening to us, because I know a load of people will miss that Prestige raid if it does go. And like I said, I want to hear your thoughts in that comment section below. Do you think this is a good thing? Obviously it adds content with this loadout system, but we will also miss the Prestige mode raid, and it takes away our freedom of using what we want. Next up, we're going to be talking about some of the fixes as well as Crimson Days. So Alex actually said this on the Bungie blog. He said, in the 1.1.2.1 hotfix, we fixed the underlying issue that has caused the Lost Sector chest exploit. Players can now open the boss chest once after killing a Lost Sector boss, as originally intended. The chest may still respawn if you leave and return rapidly, but you won't be able to open it again. You'll get code required prompt unless the boss also respawns and you defeat them again. We've also completely removed the reward throttle from Lost Sectors as it is no longer necessary, and we agree it was a poor player experience. So again, this obviously was put in place because a load of people were farming the faction tokens. Now that obviously cannot be done, which is really cool, and it allows the player experience to be really cool and allows us to actually just play normal how it was intended to be in the first place. You can just walk around the map, go to a Lost Sector, and then you don't have to repeat it to get as many Lost Sector or as many faction tokens as you can, should I say. So really good, and it just adds on to that grind which we all miss and love from Destiny 1. We also do know that this is coming out Tuesday, February the 13th, so 8 AM Pacific. Destiny server maintenance is scheduled to begin. So with this maintenance, we obviously get the Lost Sector fixes. As well as that, we do know that Crimson Days is also coming up as well. So for Crimson Days, we do have some vital information for it. They did note that Welcome to Crimson Days waypoint, under some circumstances, players may not receive a waypoint, leading them to the tower vendors for the Welcome to Crimson Days milestone. Players may still complete these steps by simply speaking with the tower vendor listed in the milestone. Crucible tokens in loot stream upon completion of Crimson Days Crucible match. Post-game rewards may push Crucible tokens out of view in the player's loot stream. Players should always receive Crucible tokens upon Crimson Days match completion and may find them in their consumables inventory. So good that they've actually listed some of the problems. There obviously was going to be some problems as well, because this event is only going to last 7 days. I do have to stress that, so if you guys are looking at participating, it is available on February the 13th, but they have listed the mistakes that could be in this, and hopefully they fix them before this actually does come out. But regardless, they have still notified us on what is going on. Continuing with the Crimson Days, this tweet was sent to Cosmo, and it says, "Is the Burning Shrine map staying in rotation?" To which Cosmo replied, "Yes, the Burnout will go into rotation on the other playlist after Crimson Days." Really, really good, because I do love the Burning Shrine map. Honestly, the best map in Destiny 1, hands down. Argue with me all you like, but that, honestly, for Trials of Osiris, I just felt was perfect. Although the sun did need nerfing, and it does look like the sun has been nerfed for the Burnout. Really cool indeed. Now, we did also get this from Cosmo. Somebody did tweet at him or post on Reddit saying, can we actually purchase the Crimson Engrams with silver? He said, correct, you cannot purchase Crimson Engrams with silver. Tess will have some things in exchange for Bright Dust. So if you guys are missing some of the stuff from Crimson Days, if you've got some spare Bright Dust lying about, you will also be able to buy some items, but you will no longer be able to buy the engrams, which I think is a cool feature, because it again adds to the grind and means that everyone will not be able to get every single item they want. You have to work for it, or hopefully if you've got enough silver dust, you'll be able to buy it. But yes guys, that is the end of the video. Now, if you enjoyed, a like is much appreciated. Subscribe if you guys are new around here for the latest and greatest Destiny news and content. But as always, peace out, and I hope you enjoyed.